Namaste everyone, welcome to Learn with me. Today in this class, I am with you with the very first step, one of the first steps to learn English grammar, that is sentence. Along with the definition of sentence, we would go deep in detail into the various kinds of it. So today in this class, we are going to learn sentence and its kinds. So without further delay, let us begin here. So what a sentence is, first let us come to know. As you can see from the very definition, a sentence is a group of words having a clear meaning in a given context. So you need to keep in mind two things here. One is a group of words and a clear meaning. When we are talking about a group of words, sentence doesn't only mean the group of words. If we write like this, Ram a boy is. So you see here we have altogether 4 words. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is also a group of words. But that doesn't mean a sentence because it doesn't have a clear meaning. So a sentence essentially is a group of words having a clear meaning. So this doesn't qualify as a sentence. Now if we reshuffle these words and we try to write like this, Ram is a boy. So you see we have used those same words that we have in the earlier group of words. The second one is also a group of words having the same words as earlier. But this gives us a clear sense that Ram is a boy and hence it is a sentence. So once again, a sentence is a group of words having a clear meaning in a given context. That one is most important. The group of words must have a clear meaning. Now if we talk about the kinds of sentences, the different types of sentences, we have 2 clearly distinct categories. First one, the first category we have is the sentences based on purpose. That means these sentences serve different purposes in a given context. So as per their purpose, they are used differently. That is why these 5 types of sentences are known as, they come under the category of sentences based on purpose. Along with the first category, we have also with us sentences based on structure. That means these sentences are structurally different from each other. That is why they are called sentences based on structure. So 2 distinct categories we have: sentences based on purpose and sentences based on structure. Now as per the based on purpose, why they are based on purpose? Because these sentences serve different purposes. As per the based on purpose, we have altogether 5 categories or 5 types of sentences. So let us first take these 5 sentences, that is sentences based on purpose, and let us first discuss on these types of sentences. So number 1 we have with us assertive. Assertive. Assertive sentence is that sentence which states something. It states something. That means it gives a simple statement. It asserts something. It asserts something. That means it declares something. That is why this type of sentence is also known as a statement or declarative sentence. So the first category, that is first type in the first category, that is assertive sentence, is that sentence that simply states something or asserts or declares something. For example, if we write, he is a student. He is a student, for example. So this is a simple statement. This is a simple declaration. That is why this is an assertive sentence. Next we have with us number 2, the interrogative sentence. Interrogative, number 2. This interrogative comes from interrogation. Now this interrogation means to inquire or to ask. That means interrogative sentences are those sentences that ask a question. Ask a question. Or that interrogates. Or inquires about something. So interrogative sentences are those sentences that ask a question, that interrogate, and that inquire. Let us take an example of this. Who are you? For example, if we write, who are you? So this is a question. This is an interrogation. This is an inquiry. One thing you must remember, and the very easiest way to locate interrogative sentences is that at the end of the sentence there must be a note of interrogation. This is you can just physically look at the sentence, and if there is a note of interrogation at the end of a sentence, that sentence comes under interrogative sentence. So after interrogative, in number 3 we have imperative sentence. Now what is an imperative sentence? An imperative sentence is that sentence that gives a command. That gives a command or request, etc. For example, if I write, come here. So this is something in commanding tone. Come here. Sit down. Go there. Close the door. These type of sentences are imperative sentences that expresses that signifies or that gives a command or a request. After imperative sentence, in the 4th place we have the optative sentence. Optative sentence. Optative sentences are those sentences that expresses wish or desire. Wish or desire or prayer. Optative sentences are those sentences that express or operative sentence is a sentence that expresses wish or desire or prayer. For example, if we write, may God bless you. So this is my prayer to God. This is my prayer to God. Then again, may you be happy. This is my wish. This is my desire. So operative sentence is a sentence that expresses a wish or a desire. Next we have the last type in the first category of sentences. We have with us the exclamatory sentence. Number 5, exclamatory. Exclamatory comes from exclamation. So, exclamatory sentence is a sentence that expresses a sudden feeling or emotion. Exclamatory sentence is a sentence that expresses a sudden feeling or emotion. For example, hurrah! We have won the match. We have won the match. So this is our sudden expression of the feeling. Hurrah, we have won the match. Bravo, you have done well. Alas, he is dead. So these kind of sentences that express a sudden feeling or emotion, those sentences are known as exclamatory sentences. So based on the purpose, we have the 5 categories of sentences. After this detailed discussion, next we would move on to the sentences based on structure. So when we are talking about sentences based on structure, that means they are basically different from one another as per their structure. These sentences were different from one another as per their purpose of use. And this set of sentences, that is the 4 sentences we have in the second category, they are different from each other, distinct from each other as per their structure. So in the first place we have the simple sentence. Now what is a simple sentence? That has only one principal clause. That has only one principal clause. So simple sentence is a sentence that has only one principal clause. Now detailed discussion of clause in another video I have made. There you would get detailed discussion of all the clauses. So simple sentence is a sentence that has one principal clause. For example, he is going to school. Here we have one and only one principal clause. He is going to school. Because we have only one finite verb here. That is why this is one clause. So simple sentence is a sentence that has one principal clause. Number 2 we have the complex sentence in our next type. Number 2, complex. A complex sentence is a sentence that has one principal clause and one or more subordinate That means complex sentence is a sentence that has one principal clause or independent clause and one or more subordinate clause or dependent clause. So let us take an example. Let us take an example of a complex sentence. Ram is a student who reads in class 8. For example, we have with us Ram is a student who reads in class 8. So let us have a look at this sentence. Ram is a student. This one is principal clause or independent clause because it can express its own meaning. Next, who reads in class 8? That is dependent clause. Dependent clause or subordinate clause because this clause cannot express its meaning independently. To express its meaning, it has to depend on the principal clause. So this one is a complex sentence. So this one is a complex because here we have one principal clause and at least one subordinate clause. So this is what a complex sentence is. After this, after the complex sentence, in our number 3, we have compound sentence. Now compound means something that is joined. That means more than one, definitely. So compound sentences are sentences that has two principal clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. Compound sentence is a sentence that has two principal clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. This coordinating conjunction, it may be and, or, but, anything. So compound sentence is that sentence that has two principal clauses or two independent clauses. So let us take an example. If we try to write like this, he is poor, but he is honest. He is poor, but he is honest. He is poor, but he is honest. So, he is poor. That one is a principal clause. And he is honest. That is also a principal clause. So these two principal clauses are clubbed together. These two principal clauses are joined together by what? By this particular coordinating conjunction. That is why this type of sentence is known as compound sentence. So a compound sentence is that sentence that has two principal clauses. The clauses are joined by a coordinating conjunction. And this is what an example of a compound sentence. The fourth category, the fourth type in the second category, second set of sentences that we have that is based on structure. The fourth one and the last one in that category is complex compound. This complex compound may be something new to some of you. So let us explore it. Now when we are saying complex compound, we have seen complex sentence as well as compound sentence. Complex sentence means one dependent clause, one independent clause. Compound sentence means two independent clauses joined by a conjunction. So in complex compound sentence, we would have the properties of both the complex sentence as well as compound sentence. So let us know what is this. Means that has two principal clauses joined by a conjunction and at least one dependent clause. So the sentence that has two principal clauses, the two principal clauses are joined by a coordinating conjunction and at least one dependent clause or subordinate clause. That means two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. That means two principal clauses and at least one subordinate clause. So let us have an example of this. If we try to write like this, he went to school and met with the teachers who wished him good luck. So just have a look at this sentence. He went to school and met with the teachers who wished him good luck. Let us dissect this one. He went to school. This one is a principal clause. And met with the teachers. That means he met with the teachers. This one is another principal clause. So we have two principal clauses or independent clauses that are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Who wished him good luck? This one is a dependent clause. So that means this sentence is having two principal clauses and one dependent clause, or two independent clauses and one dependent clause. So this is what a complex compound sentence is, where we would have two independent clauses joined together along with one dependent clause. And this may be a new category, so hopefully it is understood. So a sentence, a group of words having a clear meaning in a given context, that can be divided into two clear categories. One is based on purpose, another one is based on structure. So based on purpose, we have 5 types like assertive, interrogative, imperative, operative and exclamatory. Based on structure, we have 4 types: simple, complex, compound and complex compound. So altogether we have these 9 types of sentences. Apart from these 9 types of sentences, all the sentences can be again subdivided into 2 heads. So let us see. All these 9 types of sentences can be subdivided into 2. One is positive, another one is negative. So again sentence can be divided into two, positive and negative. So all these would come under these two particular type, positive and negative, implying this positive implying a positivity and this is implying the negativity. So altogether this is what the sentence and its category. So hopefully thing is pretty clear. Hopefully it is understood. So that's all for today and thank you.